Hi girls and their cats. This is Chloe Cat Baby's house.
I like your pink nose. What do you think? Is that okay? A little concerning?
Hi, my name is Lilja Owsley and this is Chloe Cat. Chloe is 13. She likes brushes, treats, sunning outside, cuddles, and being the center of attention. Chloe dislikes closed doors, too loud of a bag, aerosol hairspray, and other cats. She is such a cuddle bunny. Like, she is the definition of a Velcro cat, but she is super sassy. So she's by my side all day long making demands and registering complaints. But she is seriously so sweet. She never scratches or bites. She literally sleeps in my arm every single night, will wake me up multiple times to make sure I'm alive. Truly falls in the angel baby category of cats.
Well, tell me how you met Chloe.
So I was actually Chloe's cat sitter in New York City, and I was interning at a theater company, and she was the leading lady's cat. And at the time I didn't know that I would end up with her. I was just kind of watching her for a couple of months, but by the end of that time, that woman was looking to rehome her. So after a couple of months, I got my own leading lady in the house. She's like a diva. She's super sassy. She has such a big personality. It was kind of like a really serendipitous but cool moment because I was looking for a cat. I absolutely fell in love with her and her personality. And by the end of cat sitting her, I was like, I never want to give her back. She's my best friend. So I think we were just like sort of meant to meet and become a little duo. And we truly are. We're like inseparable. Chloe's the first pet that I've had entirely on my own as an adult, and I feel like we've gone through so much together. We've moved apartments, we've moved across the country, we have taken on every new stage of life together, and just having a little creature that's so funny, so cute, so lovable, just around all the time, my serotonin levels just go up whenever I see her. And I work from home, so I get my little snuggle breaks in the middle of the day, boost serotonin, back to click-clacking on the computer.
What are Chloe's nicknames?
Chloe has probably 50 deranged nicknames that have become completely unhinged at this point. Me and my partner will just find a funny word of the week, and then that will devolve into about 10 different nicknames. So she's been known to go by Kelvington, Clovisine Dream, Dreamington, Linda Ellerby, which I think is like a woman from a TV show on PBS from the 90s. But I would say her most prevalent one most recently is Miss Priss. And that comes from her time in the basement. She's got a whole kind of castle set up down there, and we call it Mrs. Priss's Castle. That's where she goes and like has a personality change down there. And so when she's down there, she's Miss Priss.
Does she have any weird habits?
I would say like Chloe's weirdest habit is around food. She actually is like a super insecure eater, so she sort of requires a lot of attention before eating and to be presented with her dish. So typically we will do brushes and pets, maybe some treats, get her like feeling good and purring. And then she will literally lead me to the place where she wants to be served. And then I serve her dinner. As you can imagine, having a cat sitter come and recreate this can be kind of complicated and confusing.
Do you have a very extensive like cat sitter list of things to do?
More like an ever-growing, ever-changing list, because she just is a very smart, like super intelligent cat, but also has become a little bit fussy in her old age. Like nothing where she's gonna get cranky, but she might get a little whiny. She's a 10 out of 10 at getting me to do stuff.
She is the leading lady.
She is.
So you got her in New York, and then when did you move to Portland, and how was the move?
I moved in 2021, back in May. The move was interesting. We did fly with Chloe. I've never flown first class, but the leading lady gets first class because she, you know, is a bit of a nervous cat, and I did not want to just like shove her in the back. And I was also thinking about the other people on the flight that might be allergic. But taking her through Newark Airport to come to Portland was really funny because you have to take the cat out of the carrier and like walk through security. And she was just like a perfect donut in my arms. Like you could not tell where the head was. You couldn't tell where the tail was. It was just like one big circular donut. But she survived that trip, and hopefully I never have to take her on a plane again.
And what's the change for her been like living in Portland?
I would say the biggest thing is that she really gets an outdoor space now, and she gets a lot more sunbeams and gets to see a lot more nature. She was originally a bodega cat before she was adopted by this leading lady in New York. She went from being a bodega cat to like being the most spoiled cat in Portland, having a full-on porch, 2 couches to herself, multiple resting places, heating mats. So just having the space out here has been helpful to me, giving her a better quality of life.
What's your controversial cat opinion?
Spoil your cat. That's my controversial opinion. They are only on this earth for a little bit of time, and they live in these houses with us. They watch over us while we sleep. We are their entire lives. If they want to have an extra treat, what is that little cat gonna do? Other animals might be harder to spoil. They're larger, they have a bigger presence in the world, but when your little cat's just living in the house with you, like, why not give them the extra thing?
What are your favorite ways to spoil Chloe?
Treats. So she has a food allergy. She's allergic to fish and chicken, which is very hard, as in most cat foods and treats are fish and chicken. So she has branched out to some very interesting proteins: bison heart bits, lamb lung, rabbit bites. So she's kind of gotten a very bougie treat taste now, as I've had to search for alternative proteins for her. So this is one of the first pieces that we ever got done of Chloe. This was one of my sister's childhood friends who became an artist in New York City, and she does pet portraits every Christmas as presents. And this was a gift that I gave to my girlfriend to sort of say, like, this is your cat as well. This is just another piece of art that my partner did make of me and Chloe. This was when we were Dolly Parton and the infamous kitten that she has in one of her photos. Yes,
so thoughtful.
It's a lovely little reminder of the little princess who lives in this house. So we call this basement Mrs. Priss's Castle because ever since we moved here, Chloe has sort of claimed this space as her own and kind of has a different personality down here. Hi, Chloe. My friend made this for my birthday about 2 years ago. And I just love how it like perfectly captures her personality, you know, like a little bit sassy, a little bit alert. So Chloe has her own little basket of toys, and she will go in there and pick out what toy she wants to play with. And this is what we found works best as a scratching mat for her. She does not like your traditional scratching mats, but for some reason, these like kid play mats are the thing for her, and they're easily like usable and disposable. We keep another heating mat under that, just kind of to disguise it a little bit, and that is her other little spot. I'm surprised she's not sitting on it right now, to be honest.
Where do you keep the litter box?
Upstairs. Okay. Okay, so we keep her litter box in here in our office. It is your standard fare litter box. I've tried to get all the fancy ones and she doesn't like it, but we did give her a little squirrel to look at.
That's fun. And what litter do you use?
World's best litter. So what she came with and what we've kept. She has multiple heating mats, but this is her nighttime bed with her nighttime comb and her little toy.
So she has a little routine every
Yes,
night.
she does. Can I drop you out here?
Oh, she's got a big one out here.
Yes, so this transparently is also like a stretching mat for me in the mornings, but as you can see, she's laid her claim on it in the corner.
Oh, yes.
We share it. I sort of had the harebrained scheme of putting a puppy fence up instead of building out a whole catio. And it works really well for her because she wants to be out here with people. And if I made a regular catio, I wasn't gonna be able to sit with her. She like loves to watch the squirrels in the backyard and like fake hunt them on the porch. Obviously she never gets in real contact with anything, but.
So she doesn't jump the fence?
No, she's extremely demure. As you'll notice, the fence isn't even super secure. She respects a boundary. And so she like sees that there's a fence there and that's enough for her. She's trained herself. Whenever somebody comes to the basement, it means it's time for a treat. Come here, Papa. Yeah, you want your treats?
Oh my goodness.
You want your treats? Yeah, your special bag of treats. These are a challenge for the owner because they're just like big blocks of lamb lung. I'm a vegetarian, by the way, so this is how much I love my cat. There you go, bunny.
Do you have to get them from like a specialty store?
I get them from Mud Bay in town.
Oh,
They've got
okay.
like a big barrel, and I think they're mostly for dogs, but they gave us a sample one time and she went like feral for them. So every time we get her dental cleaning, they're like, yep, she's all good, doesn't need any extractions.
It's probably these.
I know, right?
How do they smell?
Terrible. Somewhere between like old leather and like old shoes. Thank you for coming. That's the tour.